This is the Randi Rhodes Show on 960 KNEW and online at 960KNEW.com.
Profiles in Courage presents a final salute to the man Newt Gingrich once described as cheerful. Newt Gingrich. Newt told his loyal followers he was quitting the race by rolling over in bed and saying, "You know what, Callista, I quit." Well, he broke it to the rest of us via the people who accidentally ended up on his website.
I want to take this opportunity to give you an insider advance notice that on Wednesday, I'll be officially suspending the campaign.
Yeah, thanks for the insider tip, Newty, but we all saw this coming the moment you said this.
I'm Newt Gingrich, and I'm announcing my candidacy for President of the United States.
So here's to you, Newt Gingrich. This just wasn't your year. Your year was 1820, when forcing children to scrub floors was considered progress. Of course, you don't have to be $1 million historian to know that. Hey, but you know what? You can always go back to lobbying. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, you can always go back to not lobbying. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? But you were never afraid to dream. That's the important part. It was waking up that was the problem.
By the end of my second term, we will have the first permanent base on the moon.
Beam me up, Newty. Obviously, we don't have the technology to do that. Give you a second term, I mean. Hell, a first term for you is far beyond our best scientific minds, too. But people won't forget you, Newt Gingrich. After all, you owe $4 million in campaign debt. You leave this campaign with the same name and the same reputation that you came into it with. Yeah, ponder that for a minute. So long, Newt. See you at Tiffany's.
I think the destructive, vicious, negative nature of much of the news media makes it harder to govern this country, harder to attract decent people to run for public office, and I am appalled that you would begin a presidential debate on a topic like that.
This was the topic he was referring to, an interview on Nightline overnight with ABC's Brian Ross, where Newt's second wife, Marianne, discussed their breakup, claiming Gingrich wanted a life with a wife and mistress.
He was asking to have an open marriage, and I refused.
He wanted an open marriage?
Yeah, that I accept the fact that he has somebody else in his life.
And you said?
No.
You're fired.
No. That is not a marriage.
Unbelievable. You know, I got to say, when you're running for president of the United States and the first thing that you have in your ear any morning that you're running for president of the United States is your second wife is on the TV. Do you know what I mean? Right there, don't you have like the decency to say, I'm not suitable right now to run as, the moral high grounder that the Republican Party demands? I mean, when the news headlines say Newt Gingrich's second wife says that Newt was with the third wife, well, you know what I mean? It's just, it's unbelievable to me that he didn't understand that that it was up. I don't know what that expression is. The gig? Jig? Jig? As in doing the jig? Oh, I don't get that. Somebody will, tell me the origin. But, I mean, you got to hand it to the guy for having absolutely no relationship with reality. And what is with these Republican candidates? None of them had any idea, and still don't. Mitt Romney has no earthly idea what the American people go through every single day in order to just live. He really is completely out of touch with anybody that doesn't have a pool and grounds, a groundskeeper, and a golf course of their. I mean, his advice to us is to borrow money from our parents. He has no idea that we are supporting our parents as best we can, whenever we can.